Good morning to one and all. Today I am going to explain the numerical based on reflection and ground reflection model, that is two-ray model. In exam point of view, Mumbai University, the subject mobile communications and system. This question will be asked for the 5 marks or in sub question also, or out of 10 marks. So this is very important while dealing with a large scale fading. The three propagation mechanisms will take place in large scale fading, that is reflection, diffraction and scattering. The first two mechanisms of propagation of mobile radio propagation will explain diffraction, then reflection. In previous lecture, lecture number 10 part 2, we have discussed about the diffraction, its various models, knife edge diffraction model for single obstacle as well as the multipath obstacle. Then we also define the lecture number 10 part 1, that is reflection. Then reflection is definition, then reflection with a dielectric medium, for example surface of the earth. Then also we consider the reflection from the perfect electrical conductor, and also we explain in lecture 10 number part 1 Brewster angle and how to ground reflection model, that is two-ray model, is very helpful to calculate the mathematical model or analysis how to receive for the electromagnetic waves traveling from transmitter base station to the mobile station or receive station by using line of sight, and as well as this model is helpful how the wave will be reached when it is reflected from the earth's surface, and this is very useful to calculate the sensitivity of your mobile. So basically we start with to calculate the numericals on base this. So we start first to demonstrate that if a medium, first one medium is free space medium and second medium is a dielectric medium, the both medium has Fresnel reflection coefficient for the parallel position and the reflection coefficient for the perpendicular position approach is equal to 1. We can prove this as incident angle, that is theta I, is approaches to the 0 degree and regardless the relative permittivity. So when the first medium is a free space and second medium is dielectric, that time we can calculate the reflection coefficient by using this formula. So this is for case 1 when first medium is free space and second medium is your dielectric material. So that time we calculate for perpendicular position as well as the parallel position by using these two formulas. So we can write down first what is to be given in numerical. So here we given the incident angle theta I is equal to 0 degree. So to calculate the reflection coefficient, Fresnel reflection coefficient for the parallel position, that is parallel position by equation when first medium is a free space, relative permittivity into sin theta I plus summation square root relative permittivity under root relative permittivity minus cos square theta I divided by relative permittivity into sin theta I plus under root square relative permittivity minus cos square theta I. Here we give the value of theta I, so we put the value of these equations. So epsilon r sin theta is equal to 0 plus under root relative permittivity, which is to be regardless, which will be as it is. So cos square 0 divided by relative permittivity into sin 0 divided by relative permittivity under root relative permittivity cos square 0. So we know that sin 0 is equal to 0. So this equation 0 plus epsilon r and the relative permittivity cos square 0 is equal to 1 divided by this value becomes 0, sin 0 is equal to 0 plus epsilon r means relative permittivity under root minus 1. So we can get cos square 0 is equal to 1. So we can get, when we cancel, we get a 1. So this is the first equation which will be proved. The reflection coefficient for the parallel position is 1 when first medium is to be free space and second medium will be dielectrical. Similarly, we calculate for the Fresnel reflection coefficient in perpendicular, so that is to be given by equation sin theta I minus under root relative permittivity cos square theta I divided by sin theta I plus under root relative permittivity minus cos square theta I. So put the value of sin theta, means theta is equal to 0. So sin theta 0 minus under root relative permittivity as it is regardless cos square 0 divided by sin 0 plus under root relative permittivity minus cos square 0. So sin 0 is equal to 0 minus epsilon r, it is relative permittivity, cos square 0 is equal to 1, 0 plus sin 0 is equal to 0, relative permittivity, that is ER, is cos square 0 is equal to 1. So we can take these values and we get the reflection coefficient for the perpendicular position is 1. Now similarly we calculate the Brewster angle, that is theta b. So second numerical basis on the Brewster angle. What is meant by Brewster angle? Brewster angle is an angle at which the no reflection occurs in a medium of origin. That is called as a Brewster angle. So in this, calculate the Brewster angle theta b for the wave homogeneous on a poor ground having permittivity, which is absolute permittivity at equal to 4 and frequency of 100 MHz. Also calculate the same typical ground permittivity for 15. So we can calculate first. We write down the given relative permittivity is equal to 4. Carrier frequency is 100 megahertz. So when first medium is free space and second medium is relative permittivity is given, so that time we use to calculate the Bravais triangle, that is sin theta b is equal to epsilon r minus 1 divided by epsilon r square minus 1 under root. So we put the value of epsilon r. So epsilon r is equal to 4 minus 1 divided by 4 square minus 1. So that is to be come out. So 3 by 15, that is 1 by 5 under root. So sin theta b, and we take inverse of theta b, so we can get sin inverse is equal to 1 upon 5 under root. So we get theta b is equal to, we take a sin inverse, so we can calculate the Bravais triangle. So on Calc shift sin inverse is equal to 1 divided by 5. So we get 26.56 degree. 26.56 degree. That is when relative permittivity is equal to epsilon r is equal to 4. Similarly, we calculate the Bravais triangle when relative permittivity is equal to 15. So using same formula, so Bravais triangle sin theta b is equal to under root relative permittivity minus 1 divided by under root relative permittivity square minus 1. So put the values. So 15 minus 1 divided by 15 square minus 1. So we get 14 divided by 224. So when we calculate Bravais triangle, that is sin inverse is equal to under root 14 divided by 224, we get Bravais triangle, that is, so sin inverse under root 14 divided by 224, so we get the angle is 14.47 degree. So 14.47 degree. So this is a Bravais triangle for relative permittivity when is equal to 15. So these are the two numericals which is to be calculated on the basis of Bravais triangle and the reflection coefficient. Now we are also going to calculate two-ray model, basis on the two-ray model. So on the we have given a mobile is located a 5 km away, which is large distance, that is d, from the base station using a vertical wavelength of antenna lambda by 4 monopole antenna with gain 2.55 dB and receive a cellular radio electrical field at 1 km. E0 is given here. From the transmitter, a measure distance this is a D0, this is a reference electrical field. E0 is equal to minus 3 voltmeter. The carrier frequency of the system is 900 MHz. Calculate. First, find the length of the effective aperture of the receiving antenna. Second, find the receive power of a mobile using the two-ray ground reflection model, assuming the height of the transmitting antenna is 50 meter and receiving antenna is 1.5 meter from the above the ground. So from the given data we can write down solution first. So solution here, the transmitter and receiver are separated by distance, separation distance, which is to be 5 km. Then electrical E field means E field distance of, that is nothing but D0 is equal to, that is reference distance is 1 km, and reference electrical E field, that is E0, is equal to 10⁻³ volt per meter. Frequency of operation, that is 900 MHz. Okay, then we calculate the wavelength from the given frequency. We know that the equation, the relation between wavelength, intensity, velocity of light and frequency. So lambda is equal to c divided by, where c is the velocity of light and lambda is the carrier frequency. So 3 into 10⁸ is the velocity of light and the frequency is 900 MHz. So we can get the wavelength is equal to 0.33 meter. Now first we calculate the length of the antenna. So length of antenna, that is equal to L is equal to lambda by 4, which is to be given. So lambda is nothing but 0.33 divided by 4. So we can get the, which is equal to 0.33 divided by 4, which is to become out 833 meter. So length of the antenna is 0.0833 meter, or we can convert it into centimeter, 8.33 centimeter. So we calculate effective aperture. Also calculate the effective aperture, that is to be given by effective aperture is equal to of lambda by 4 monopole antenna can be calculated by using, so effective aperture by equation, that is to be given, gain is equal to 4 pi E is the effective aperture divided by lambda square. So when we calculate, put the values, we know that the gain is given 2.55 dB. So put the values 2.55, 4 pi into AE to be calculated. So AE as it is, then wavelength, that is 8.33 centimeter. So put the values. So A is equal to 225 255 2.55 dB into 8.33 square divided by 4 pi. So when put these values in calci, so 2.55 into 8.33 bracket square bracket divided by 4 into 3.14, put the value of, so we can get the value is 14.87. so effective aperture, that is area effective aperture, so that is to be 14.08. so this is the value of effective aperture. Now you can calculate the receive power. Second condition to calculate the receive power for a distance which is transmitter and receiver are separated by distance d. So since d is very less than the receiving and transmitting height antenna, the electrical field is given by, for that, so ER is equal to D, that is absolute reference electrical intensity, reference distance, then 2 pi HT into HR divided by D into lambda into D, so which is equal to K divided by D square, which is volt per meter. So we get this value to be come out. This value to be come out. Put the values of 2 and 2, which is to be given 10 raised to minus 3 voltmeter. Distance D0, which is already given 1 kilometer, which is a reference point. Distance between transmitter and receiver, that is 5 kilometer, so which is to be converted into meter. 5 to 10 raised to 3 meter. Put the values of this 2 pi into 50 into 1.5 antenna of the height of the transmitting antenna, height of the receiving antenna divided by wavelength 0.33 and distance between transmitter and receiver, that is D, capital D, small d is equal to 5 into 10 to 3. When we put all the values and we calculate on calci, we get the, when height is very small, the electrical field for the receiving is 1.33.1 into 10 to minus 6 volt per meter. So this is an value. So receive power is equal to receive power at a distance D is equal to, can be obtained as in equation. Receive power when the transmitter and receiver are separated by distance D, D square divided by 377 . 1.8 into lambda square divided by 4 pi. So put the values of, so we get the residual power 133.1 into 10 to minus 6 square divided by 377 into wavelength 0.33 meter, 1 point into 0.33 meter square divided by 4 pi. So we calculate, that is in watt, receive power in watt when distance is d is equal to 5 kilometer. So distance when 5 is equal to 5 kilometer, that time the receive power is 5.4 10 to minus 3 13 watt. So 5.4 10 to minus 3 watt, it is the receive power when the receiver and transmitter antenna is separated by distance d. So this is by using two-ray model. This is very helpful. So in this lecture we introduce the concept of a numerical based on two-ray model and reflection model. So we can stop here.